I'm the manifest boss, babe.
What if I told you that everything you desire is already waiting for you? You just have to claim it. Welcome to the Manifest Boss Babe podcast, where we turn mindset shifts into massive success. I'm Amanda, a high-performance mindset coach, manifestation queen, and entrepreneur, and I am obsessed with helping you create the life you've been dreaming of. In this podcast, we talk about mindset, manifestation, business, and how to become your 2.0 version. Hey, beautiful souls. It's Amanda, your confidence and manifesting mindset coach, and welcome to my podcast. Today, I'm talking about unleashing your confidence as a woman, navigating work, relationships, personal goals, all of it. Confidence to me is having that inner trust in myself that I will do something and that I'm capable of doing it. It's that knowing that you can do it, whatever it is you say you're going to do, and that you have nothing stopping you. But let's be real, it's not always easy, especially with all the noise from society. I'm sharing my raw journey, the steps that I took to build it, and how you can too. This is going to be fire, practical, and no BS, straight advice from my life. So grab your water, let's aim for 2 gallons a day, and let's dive in. So, what does confidence look like? It's having that inner trust in myself and that I will do something and I'm capable of doing it. Confidence is knowing that you can do it. Whatever you say you're going to do, you're actually going to do it and that nothing stops you. Surface level confidence is something that you need to take on immediately. It is where discipline is over motivation because sometimes people get motivated to do something, but that motivation wears off, and then that's where the discipline needs to kick in. You build confidence by doing the things consistently, whatever it is that you promise yourself that you're going to do. And you have to keep showing up because that builds trust and then that builds confidence. And how is it built? It's through repetitive tasks and removing distractions. It's setting boundaries. It's breaking limiting beliefs and it's adding affirmations to yourself and looking yourself dead in the eye, in the mirror, trusting that you are able to do it, whatever it is you want. Whereas deep, authentic self assurance is what is actually embodied inside of you once you've stepped outside of that. Because you have to fake it till you make it first. You have to start doing the reps because you're not who you are or who you want to be until you put in those reps. So you got to fake it until you make it. And then once you make it, you are that authentic, self-assured, confident badass that you want to be. For example, as a runner, I want to become a runner. Well, I'm not a runner yet. What do I have to do to be a runner? I have to start consistently showing up running. And then before you know it, once that repetitiveness shows in and that confidence is built and that discipline is built, I am a runner. That's how it works. But you have to start somewhere. And you're not confident right away. You have to start putting in the reps to become confident. So are you born with it or do you build it? In my view, I feel confidence is something that you were born with and you try different things. Like you had zero fear, zero judgment. You did things because you were curious and you were courageous and you were brave and you didn't let fear take it over. Whereas as you got older, that's where society kicks in and that's where your parents and your peers tell you that you can do things or you can't do things. And that's where these boundaries are set and rules are set. And that's where you start developing this mindset of, I can't do these things because they said so. For example, when you were a little kid, you'd be playing outside and you would eat a leaf. Well, then they would tell you can't do that. Well, why can't you? Like it's not like you're going to die from it, but it's just these small, tiny little things have been embedded into us, telling us that we can't do something. That is just a tiny example, but you were curious and you were adventurous. Whereas as you get older, you lose that curiosity, you lose that courageousness to try new things. Not that I want you guys eating leaves outside, but you get my point. So when you start following these limiting beliefs and those boundaries and having that mindset of, I can't do these things because they said, That doesn't mean you're not capable of doing it. It just means that those boundaries were set because that's what you were told. Now, if you want to rewire those mindset and remove those boundaries and those limiting beliefs, it certainly can be done. You can rewire your brain by doing meditation, listening to your inner self, and start putting in the reps by doing those things that you want to do, by keeping promises to yourself. And it can be done easily, one step at a time. So, my personal journey of lack of confidence to breaking through that is when I was starting into my health and fitness journey years ago, I surrounded myself with the local firefighters. They kind of took me in under their wing and they put me through the workouts, and I craved the drive and the motivation and the push that they had. It was when you surround yourself with the right people. They want you to succeed and they want you to do better. And I remember wanting to be a personal trainer because I know what a significant difference it made in my life, incorporating healthy eating and exercising and the mindset it takes to become that person. And I wanted to help other people, but I didn't look the part. I didn't have the super ripped body or the personal trainer physique, and I didn't want to become one because I didn't look the part. So the turning point was one of the firefighters who is my friend. He said, "Who cares what you look like? You're doing the thing, you're building your confidence. And that's what people resonate with you is because you're a normal person just doing the things. You're still a mom, you're still working, you're still living the life of how normal people do it. This isn't your full time job. So it's just going to help those people break through the normal day to day life by incorporating health and fitness into their life." So I did it. I took my personal training course through ISSA and through CanFit Pro. I ran boot camps, and it was such an amazing experience to have those women come into my community, joining together, meeting new people, breaking out of those comfort zones that they had. But I wanted more. I wanted to help people more and create a bigger impact some way, somehow. And that's why I started doing the self confidence coaching and the mindset coaching to help women break free from those limiting beliefs. Because believe it or not, majority of women will not go anywhere without a friend. If they have plans to go somewhere and a friend cancels, she won't go because she doesn't have the confidence to show up on her own. Like, could you imagine the missed opportunities that they had because they couldn't go by themselves? They could have met some incredible people, become friends or future colleagues or bosses or other opportunities. You don't know what you could have missed out on because you didn't have the confidence to go by yourself. So that's why I wanted to help these women build up their self-confidence and their self-worth, is to show them you just need to be courageous. You just need to trust yourself and trust that everything is going to work out for you. And I've had people tell me who they think I am because that's their own perspective of me and that's their judgment. And they don't even know who the true authentic Amanda is because they don't want to listen. They don't want to feel, they don't want to hear because they have their own insecurities and projections that are changing their perspective of themselves and other people. So, what I mean is, sometimes we wear masks when we're insecure and when we're not confident because we want to be liked. We're people pleasing. We are doing everything we can so that we are accepted into society as a whole because we don't want to be lonely. We don't want to be the black sheep because that's where judgment lays. Well, believe it or not, the second you release judgment of yourself and of others, things change for you and you become more confident because you don't care what other people think. And when you figure that out, that right there is the key to freedom. So, building confidence with mindset and physical practices, self compassion was huge for me. Looking in the mirror, deep into my eyes, into my freaking soul, and telling myself how fucking amazing I am, that I love me no matter what. It doesn't matter what other people think because Only I know who the true Amanda is. And that has been huge for me. I beat myself up sometimes because there's days where I have bad days and there's days where I have phenomenal days. Those bad days, though, I have to ground myself. I have to get into meditation, do double down on those affirmations. And I actually listen to rampages and subliminal frequencies to help get me back into a higher state of being, which is a higher vibrational state. And which listening to music that uplifts me, and I journal and I practice gratitude hard and heavy. And then I surround myself with those people that lift me up. You know who those people are. The ones that after you've been with them, you feel lighter, you feel happy, you just feel like you're on fire. Those are the people you need to surround yourself with. And your circle of friends is huge on how you see yourself. Exercise is a phenomenal boost to your confidence because what it does is moving your body, opening up creativity, changing your physical state, and it's processing emotion. So when you are feeling bad and grumpy, it's moving the energy. Emotions is energy in motion. So when you get up and you start moving your body, it's processing those emotions and it's no longer gets attached to you. Because when you get attached to emotions, that's where pain starts to show up. And that's how some autoimmune diseases are showing up in our body. It's because the emotions are not actually being processed. Instead, they are being pushed down and they will actually create havoc in your body from stress. And you'll start seeing things show up like arthritis, pain in your back, pain in your legs, pain in your feet. It's wild how much suppressing emotions will affect your body. So, in terms of relationships and your circle, how surrounding yourself with positive people and cutting out the toxic ones influences your self esteem. It's crazy because as you grow up as a teenager, you want to be liked so bad. You hang out with everybody and anybody. You want to be popular. So, you act a certain way and you put on those masks, pretending to be someone that you're not. But as you grow older and you start to figure out that those people aren't even actually your people, you can start removing those masks. Like, for example, some people might just use you for something to do. And like I've said before, with going somewhere, it's not actually you that they want to hang out with. It's just you because you're someone to go with to the thing. It's not actually you. So, for example, say they want to go to the bar to go drinking. Well, they want you to go with them because you also drink and you also go to the bar. But if you don't go, it's not going to stop them from like finding someone else. They don't care who it is, they're just going to go with someone. But if you are confident, you would go by yourself no matter what because you don't care if anybody else joins you. Or that's for anything that you like to do, any activities, events, whatever. It's just they'll find someone else to replace you. It's not specifically you when it's a toxic relationship, I'm talking. So, like, if they had nothing to do, would they still actually want to hang out with you? Or is it just because you're someone that would actually go with them to the thing? So, you have to really think about it. And another thing I have learned, and I'm teaching my own daughters about people, is how do you feel after you hang out with them? Do you feel recharged? Do you feel lighter? Do you feel excited, fired up? So, how you feel after hanging out with somebody is super important. If you're feeling yucky, and you know exactly what I'm talking about, like your body will even tell you, it'll have that chest tightening or that yucky feeling in your stomach, or you'll be sweating a lot, your body will even tell you you need to let them go if you experience those feelings. But if you feel great, those are your right people. And if you don't ever let go, you can't move on to meeting new people because they're taking up that spot, that energy that you project towards them, like those text messages, the phone calls, the hanging out, like that time that you have spent, that time and energy you spent with those toxic people is actually time that you could be putting towards yourself and allowing new people that are in alignment with you to come in. So the second you start letting go of those people that are stagnant and that keep doing the same thing over and over again, once you let them go, you'll be confident and courageous and move on and try new things that you want to do. And you're going to meet new people that actually like doing those things. Like, say you want to start hiking and your friends that you have now are couch potatoes or gamers and they don't want to get off the couch. So, how are you ever going to meet people that like to hike when you're sitting on the couch all the time, too? You're not going to meet them. So, cut those ties and start going hiking on your own and go do different things because then you're going to meet people. They're going to be out there and it's okay because everything comes in seasons. They're in a season for a reason. Okay, let's talk about daily habits. Small daily habits that I've adopted to build up my self confidence over time and what's worked for me. I have started with gratitude journaling from the very get go, looking for positive things that has helped me throughout my day that I can hold gratitude for. So then throughout the day, I'm constantly looking for more good things to happen in my life so I can write them down in my journal the next day. That has been the number one thing because once you start having a different outlook on life, things change for you. For example, hearts in nature. I see hearts everywhere because I'm looking for opportunities to see them and they just show up. But a normal person isn't going to see them because they're not looking for them. Your reticular activating system gets fired up when you start changing what you're looking for, and you're going to start seeking out those things. So I see hearts in nature all the time because I'm looking for love and I'm looking for gratitude and joy, connection, and I see them everywhere. I don't see the bad things because I'm not looking for it. So when you change your mind about what you're looking for, things are going to come into your life. Your reticular activating system is a filtering system that will filter in and out what you are focusing on. So if you're focusing on the good's going to come in because that's all your reticular activating system is looking for. But when you're focusing on the bad, it's going to filter out the good stuff and just focus on the negative stuff. So it's up to you what you're focusing on. Health and fitness is super important to me. I've made it a habit to meal prep once a week and I eat healthy food. My house is actually an ingredient house. I didn't know what that meant at first, but my kid told me that. She's like, "Your house is an ingredient house." I'm like, "What does that mean?" She said, "That means you have to make everything. There's nothing here. Like, I don't have granola bars and junk food just lingering around that you can snack on. You have to physically make something out of ingredients." And I believe in eating whole foods, and that's just took time. And I started implementing that slowly and exercising. I exercise every single day. And some days are harder than others, but I still show up. And I keep that promise to myself because if I don't, then I don't have the confidence. The whole point is if you just show up every single day, it's better than showing up 100% for 3 days. Because if you just show up even at 20% one day, it's that trust that you're putting into your confidence piggy bank. You're telling yourself, hey, I believe in you and you hold your word so I can trust you. And what does that mean? It creates safety within yourself. And when you feel safe within yourself, you become confident, courageous, and fucking magnetic. Now, let's talk about overcoming challenges and reframing your mindset. I think the biggest obstacle is your inner circle. Your inner circle has the greatest impact on who you are and who you want to become. If you are not who you want to become, you need to start cutting ties and you need to learn that, and it's okay to become somebody different. You have to let them be who they are, and you have to let you be who you are. And you also have to break those limiting beliefs that society has put it onto us. We're all beautiful in our own way, but if we keep following that cookie cutter system of how we're supposed to act, how we're supposed to look, and how we're supposed to feel, and how we're supposed to think, we're not going to be authentic. We're not going to be beautiful in our own way. We are all snowflakes. We are, as a collective, beautiful, but in our own unique way. But you can't show up beautifully if you're not authentic. So look into your inner circle and see who's in there and start cutting some ties and breaking those limiting beliefs. And it's okay. And trust me, it's going to be freaking lonely, but not for long because the second you start stepping out and doing those things that you love to do and desire, you're going to meet new people because the universe, God, whoever you believe in will provide you with your people. I 100% guarantee it. How has building confidence changed the way how I handle rejection, failure, criticism now compared to before? I used to take failure as I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, strong enough, pretty enough, or whatever. And then I would have low self worth. I used to think failure was that. And then fear would take over and I wouldn't actually put myself out there. And I was scared of rejection because what if it doesn't work? And criticism was so negative. But now I look at it all as rejection was redirection, that it wasn't meant for me, that there's something else better coming in. And failure means you tried. It doesn't mean I'm going to stop though. That means that I've tried and I'm going to find out what didn't work so then I can implement it into the next time and then try again. And guess what? I might fail again, but I'm going to keep trying because guess what? Winners don't lose because they never stop. It's when you stop that's when you're a failure. When you stop, that's when you give up on yourself. But when you're building your self confidence, you're trusting that you're not going to give up. You're trusting that that seed was planted inside of you for a reason and you're going to keep pushing through. And the criticism, it's called feedback. When somebody tells you something, that's either feedback, like great feedback that you can take from them, and that's their perspective. It doesn't mean it's true. It's just their perspective. You can take it or you can leave it. Some advice to my younger self, it would be just start right now. Make one promise to yourself and follow through with it every single day. Even start just making your bed. Once you start making your bed, your room looks tidy and you've kept that promise to yourself. Because when your room is tidy, you feel good and it's not chaos. It's nice and neat. It has a different feeling and a different energy. So when you start showing up as that, it sets your day. And then from there, you build on eating properly, exercising, gratitude journaling, affirmations, trying new things, making new friends, meeting new people. It's all intertwined, but you got to start small. You got to start somewhere. Start making your bed every day. Start drinking some water, whatever it is. Just make one promise to yourself that you can keep every single day. And it's going to build up your confidence that you are actually capable of doing it. How has unleashing my confidence transformed areas of my life, like my career, relationships, or my personal fulfillment? I am now able to curate relationships out of nothing. I have met people, created conversations out of the blue, and had an incredible connection with them, making friends, connecting them with other people. We're all connected. And if we can help each other out, the world is going to be such a better place. But if I wasn't confident to speak up and start talking to that person, none of that would have ever happened. I would have never got my house because I didn't speak up to somebody because I needed a mortgage. I would have never got that job because I didn't speak up that I got fired. I would have never got my dream car. All of these things manifest because I was confident to speak up for myself and I was courageous enough to take that move and try new things, learn new things, meet new people, being in places that I'm not normally at, putting myself out there, being seen. It can be scary, but it is so worth it because you can live a life in abundance. So I want you to think of one thing that you can start implementing today. Keep a promise to yourself, one small, attainable thing. Is it making your bed? Is it drinking more water? Is it sending a text message to 3 people in your life that you absolutely love and just wishing them a great day? Or is it gratitude journaling? Is it going out for a walk every single day to get those steps in? What is that one thing that you can make a promise to yourself that you're going to do every single day? Because from there, it's going to become a habit. And you're not even going to have to think about it because it is literally just a part of who you are. You become that person. And when you start implementing other habits into your life, more promises, because before you know it, you're becoming a completely fucking different person. For example, the 75 hard challenge. It's brutal. There are so many things that you need to implement into your life. It's known to be brutal because the normal person doesn't implement these things into their life. I remember when I first started it, it was so fucking hard. The things that you need to do every day is take a picture of yourself. You have to drink 2 gallons of water, read 10 pages from a self development book. And it's not audio, it has to be the physical book. And you have to exercise for 45 minutes 2 times per day, and one has to be outdoors. And they can't be back to back. So it's an intentional 45-minute 2 workouts a day. And you have to be on a diet of some kind, meaning eating whole, nutritious food. It's not rocket science. But, anyways, you have to start implementing all those things into your day. Well, most people fail because it's so much for them to do right off the hop. Like all these things that you want to do. So you start implementing them all, and these things become too much, and you get overwhelmed. And then you start talking bad about yourself. I can't do this. This is too much. And then you fail, you give up. Whereas if you picked one thing to promise to yourself every single day, like start reading 10 pages a day, it's going to become a habit. And then you start implementing other things into your life every single day. And then months or years or whatever it takes, you could try the 75 hard challenge. And before you know it, you're already doing all those things. It's not even that hard, but you just have to try it. And you have to pick one thing that you can start implementing right now. You just need to be courageous. You need to trust yourself and trust that everything's going to work out for you. And remember, when you feel safe within yourself, you become confident and courageous and fucking magnetic. All right, my badass listeners, we've covered a lot today, from faking it till you make it to cutting toxic ties to stacking those daily promises and gratitude journaling and exercise. You've got the tools now. Start with one thing. Build that piggy bank of trust and watch your life transform. And if you need that little extra push, I'm actually opening up a few spots for my one on one coaching to transform your life. And this is what I teach you. I teach you to keep promises to yourself, and I hold your ass accountable. I make you pick something that you're going to work on, and I hold you accountable. I hold your hand and I help support you. I am that person that believes in you until you start believing in yourself. Because sometimes, man, we need those people in our corner that believe in us more than we believe in ourselves, because that deep inner voice can be really fucking loud sometimes, until that inner coach inside of you pipes up and says, no, we're not living like this anymore. So you can hit me up, shoot me a DM on Instagram or Facebook, reach out so then I can get you an application form to become a better version of yourself, because you are so fucking capable. You're courageous and you are already on your way. So keep showing up, and we'll see you next time.